What's going on, guys? It's Snoof603, and joining me, as always, is Mr. Fake Thriller himself. Not the real Thriller, Mr. Fake Thriller.
Oh.
Because we all saw that video where he was like, this is my name, and this is how I got it. And no one knows how I got mine, and you'll never know!
Oh,
Anyways,
it's a secret.
It's a secret. You can't know. Anyways, today we're going to do a post-patch follow-up on the FAMAS, and this is an oft-requested gun. People, a lot of you guys really want to know what we think of this gun post-patch. It's a little secret. It's not very good. I'm going to turn it over to Fake Thriller and let him go with it from here.
It is not too often that we see a reaction like this. The FAMAS was one of the biggest complained about weapons when we did our original review. It was one of the most widely used weapons because it was incredibly good in the sense of you know, day-to-day use in the world battlefield. Like there were some downsides to it, but for the most part, the high rate of fire and it pretty much made it like a laser beam that you could just kill anyone with. So the patch came along and DICE was like, hey, we could nerf, you know, the FAMAS a little bit. We could nerf the recoil, or maybe we could nerf some other things, like maybe the ammo count or something like that. And then they're like, hell, just do it all. Let's just nerf it in every way possible. And they hit it with the nerf bat so friggin' hard that it is a pile of crap now. The recoil, the vertical recoil is so bad that you will lose your whoever you're aiming at if you're aiming down sights. And combine that with the incredibly fast fire rate, you could easily spend the 25 round magazine before you get back on target. I know that's the problem I had when I was using it, is such low ammo and such high recoil, I'd be lucky to land a shot.
Yep, and going back and reviewing what we originally said in the first review, actually, never mind what we said. We both gave it a 4 out of 5. And back then, I mean, hell, it could have been a 5 out of 5 gun. It was pretty sexy.
Well, what I didn't like about it was the rate of fire was so high that it felt like if you were off target when you started shooting, you didn't have any time to correct your aim while shooting. You would just expend your entire magazine to like the left of somebody before you could make that correction. That's what I didn't like about it. If you were good at aiming and you were on target, it was a death machine.
Yeah, and yeah, it's definitely not like something like the RBK, where that thing's got pretty mean recoil right off the bat, but you just let it rip and you can stabilize it. Like, you get right back on target and that thing will just hang there. And that's just with the foregrip. The FAMAS, you never could really do that. Once it got going, I mean, your magazine was empty before you had a chance to do something like that.
Yeah, plus and the other thing I didn't like about it, which it's not really fair to give it a final rating because of the like original condition of the gun, but the iron sights on the FAMAS are probably the worst in the game, and that doesn't really weigh in that much because once you get a red dot, it's totally fine. But the road to the red dot sight is a nightmare, and I feel bad for anyone who hasn't already unlocked a red dot sight, because trying to use an ACOG on this or the iron sights, like, don't even bother.
No, it's junk. And seriously, there's so many guns in this game that are well worth your time that it's just not worth it. And the thing is, it's not even like an AN-94 situation where, you know, that gun I still think is overrated, but I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good gun. But I guess you'd have to put in, from what everyone keeps telling me, I'll just parrot what everyone keeps saying about it. You have to put in a lot of time to really master the gun, okay? That's what everyone says about it. That's not the case with the FAMAS. There's really nothing you can do. It doesn't matter what attachment, attachments you use. Going from, like, heavy barrel, you're out of your fucking mind. That thing will jump and take off. See you later. You're never going to get your sights back down. You throw in the flash suppressor, and it makes a huge difference. Same with going to just the regular suppressor. But it doesn't make it good. It just makes it better than using the heavy barrel. But you're still in, like, really awful recoil territory.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I honestly haven't used it too much pre-patch because I haven't been able to make it through an entire round, like, just grinding through the FAMAS. Like, I'll put it on here and there and be like, let's see how this works now. And then I'll fire it, like, a couple times, and my guy will do a backflip because the recoil is so hard. And I'll put it away. But it's like the big thing with the FAMAS for me post patch is it's amazing how the nerf has taken it right out of people's mouths. Like nobody uses it, nobody complains about it, you don't see it, except for I think I've been killed by it like one time since the patch that I can remember. And I remember making the joke that the guy was so attached to the weapon that he couldn't let it go because it didn't make sense that he would still be using it.
Right. It kind of makes you wonder if DICE was like, you know what? All you fucking people that complain so much, take this.
Yeah.
And it was just like super nerf.
I mean, like, we can just make the gun total shit.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just ruin it for you.
And then all the while they're singing troll-lo-lo-lo-lo.
But I think I get what you're saying with like the AN94. Like, one can't even argue that there is a learning curve to the FAMAS. Like, even the support big boy LMGs, like, there's a learning curve where you have to understand the best way to use it. The FAMAS isn't like that. It's just bad now. There's nothing you can really do to compensate for the incredible recoil. It's not like you can be more ready for it.
Right.
It's just going to go like batshit crazy on you, and you're going to sort of hope that you can just get the kill.
Yep. Honestly, this gun, the only thing I could say it kind of excels at is close quarter combat, and I mean extreme, within 8 meters, like
with the hip fire.
Right, running around corner and getting in people's faces. But even then, I mean, it's going to excel in that because of its still extremely high rate of fire. But it's only got 26 rounds in a magazine, so you rip right through it. You're only going to get 1 kill. I found even trying to get 2 kills, I mean, unless the guys were literally standing on top of each other and directly in line, trying to get multi-kills with this gun is extremely difficult.
Well, but then, that actually, I don't want to cut you off, but that brings up a good point, too, with close quarters, the recoil. We're talking 3 to 4 seconds, like 3.2 seconds to reload the gun. That's insanely long. That's with a bullet chambered.
You said recoil to start, but we all know now you meant reload.
I meant reload.
Yeah, no, it's wicked bad, and I totally forgot about that, and I'm really like, why is this thing not reloading? Because I wasn't giving it a chance.
Yeah, well, so you only have 26 rounds. You rip through them wicked fast. There's very little chance that you're going to be left with a bullet in the magazine. So you're going to have the 3.9 second reload, and you're like, there's very few redeeming qualities. The only good thing about this gun is probably that high RPM in close range one-on-one where you have the jump on someone.
Right, and you know what? Honestly, if you're gonna do that, you're better off using a shotgun.
Yeah, because your time between, like, you figure a shotgun blast, you can get 2 rounds, like with the pump action shotgun. I'm drawing a blank on the friggin' name.
870 MCS.
Yeah, the MCS. You're gonna get 2 shots off in the time it takes for the FAMAS to empty its clip, but then you still have at least 3 more shots where the FAMAS is gonna be down for a maximum of 4 seconds. So you'd definitely be better off with a shotgun in that situation we just described.
Yep.
So I say FAMAS post-patch 1 star out of 5, meaning it's functional, but I would never use it unless I found it on the ground.
Yeah, I concur with that. It won't suffer the doom of the Type 88. That shall remain as the only 0-star gun in my eye. But, I mean, this gun barely even rates a 1. Seriously, there is absolutely no upside to using it. Any other gun in the game will better suit this gun, even if you're talking about specific roles. I'm not talking about overall versatility. I'm talking about within its specific role, anything will suit you better than this gun. And it's because for every strength it has a bigger weakness. Like, okay, its greatest strength right now is its super high rate of fire and extreme close quarter combat, which is negated by its stupid long reload.
And just to give you an idea, without any attachments, the FAMAS doubles the L85A2 in vertical recoil and right side pull.
And that's saying something, because the L85A2 has decent kick too.
Yeah, so the FAMAS is just like jump out of your hands crazy. So post-patch, the FAMAS is rated a 1 out of 5 stars, and I would love to know if any of you guys think different. I'd love to know if there's any FAMAS or diehard FAMAS fans that insist on using the gun or get some sort of pride out of using a gun that's a little bit more difficult to use, which I know some people do, but I don't even see. You'd have to be like a masochist to go and try and use the FAMAS right now.
Yep. Outside of that, let us know also what you guys want to see for the next weapon review follow-up. There aren't that many that were changed drastically. I know some guys said the MP7 was one you wanted to see, but let us know.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. If you're looking for a little bit more Shustybang in your internet, be sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/snoop603 and twitter.com/fakethriller. In addition, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Shustybang. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitch TV so you can catch up with all our live streams in the future. twitch.tv/fakethriller.